right, good evening. We are here at the Alexander Yes 8th Annual Gala, and we have one of our honorees, which is my sister here. Tell them who you are and how accomplished you are for this big event.
Oh, I love being here. It's such an honor to be recognized by Alexander Yes and also EDA Youth with Annette and Betty. It's just an honor to be recognized. My name is Nijaah Howard, and I'm also known as the Single Moms Coach. I advocate for single parents, especially those who are raising children of the opposite gender. And I've written several books. I'm an author, and I'm also CEO of Young Men Strong, which is an organization for young men growing up in single parent households.
And she also is Southeast Queens Dog Run Committee. Actually, we both are, but we are very proud to be here. I was at the first event and the second, and I said I have to come out to support community because I am always involved at Diva Dynasty magazine. And tell us what you expect tonight with this big event.
Well, let me tell you something. First of all, I'm excited to see all my people. You know what I mean? We come out, we know how to dress sharp, we act right, you know what I mean? We look great, everybody's looking fancy and smazzy. I just expect to have a good time, to be recognized with such wonderful honorees. It's not just me, it's several others who are being recognized for doing great community service. I just want to acknowledge you. Thank you too for Diva Dynasty magazine. And as you guys know, I'm also publisher of Thoughts magazine. So it's just for men of color. So I just really want to just celebrate my community for being out here tonight. We're going to have a great time.
Yes, we are. And we're going to eat and drink and be merry.
We're going to have a blast. We're going to be doing some grown folk tonight.
Thank you.
I'm here and excited to be part of this gala, the EDA guests, and it's an exciting event. I could not have missed it, and I'm very happy to be here. My name is Ken Marable. I am a financial advisor with Prudential, and I'm coming all the way from the center of the universe, Brooklyn, New York.
And we are signing out because we get ready to sit down and eat because we are very hungry. Distinguished guest here. She actually happened to be one of my church members, but she'll tell you who she is.
Hi, my name is Monique Ula from Build a Nation, powered by Girls Set the Ground Rules.
So tell us what brought you out today. Do you know one of the honorees?
I know one of them. That's me.
That's why I asked her. She didn't say she was the honoree. You notice that? She's just too humble to say she's not the honoree. But anyway, well, how did you get involved with Alexander Yes?
Well, we've partnered because every year we feed the homeless in Rufus King Park for Thanksgiving. We feed them Thanksgiving dinner the Friday before actual Thanksgiving. And Alexander Yes has partnered with us several times over the years to get these people fed.
Okay, so you brought all your family out today?
Yes, I have my two sons. You know, it was a rough road this year. With my oldest son being in the hospital for 6 weeks on in ICU. So we're just blessed.
Blessed, always.
Blessed.
Always.
Blessed, blessed, blessed. Yes,
so tell them how they can contact you with your business.
Well, you can reach us. I'll give you my number. 347-592-7604. And we, at this point, we just started our project out in Bellport. So we're all the way to Suffolk County now. From the 5 boroughs, Suffolk County, with our food distribution, our youth empowerment. And we're really trying to shift the paradigm for people that look like us. That's it at the end of the day.
Minister.
Well, I don't use try. She is on the street.
Thank you so much, CG.
my one goal for tonight is that my speech will be shorter than my introduction. Because the bio is way too long. Yes. But it's important that it was explained by you, because what I have to say is very short but very important. Let me acknowledge firstly the two lovely ladies that were here, and the organizations Eda Youth and Alexander Yes, who have come together, particularly the Jamaican and Haitian community. Anybody here from Haiti? Anybody here from Jamaica? Anybody from Jamaica? And I know that we are supported by friends who are here in the United States of America. So anybody who is born, bred, straight US, but loves Jamaica, loves Haiti, and you're here to support? Yes? And that's community. That's why we're here. And we're here because we're here to acknowledge the good work that is done by those who have chosen to commit themselves to service. These two organizations did not come out by chance. They were purposed even before those who are involved in them knew. You are carrying out the destiny that was set for you. So, on behalf of all of us who are here, we say to you, Eda Youth and Alexander, yes, a big thank you. Continue the good work and continue your journey. Now, to the youth who are here, who will receive awards and those who have received benefit, I just want to tell you three things. I'm going to start by looking back on all that you heard a while ago about me. Several ministries and one bag of thing. None of that was planned. A gunshot then? Watch it, you know, watch it. But seriously, none of that was planned. When I was 14 years old, I remember at the time I was driving in a vehicle with a friend of mine, Omar Felix. And we both said to each other, you know, we're going to be doctors. And I said to him, Omar, I am going to be an orthopedic surgeon. Because I play football, and based on how things are going, I'm going to lose both knees. So I had said, this is what I was going to do. I was in the science quiz team. I was doing physics, chemistry, and bio. That was my goal. Went to university, left high school early. Honors. Biochemistry and zoology, double major. Did the courses for med school, all of that. The last year of my first degree, ding. Hey, Pearnel, this is the Lord Almighty. Guess what? Today I want you to go and apply for law school. But why? I have never done history. I've never done law. I've been doing sciences all of my... Yo, youth, this is the Lord Almighty. Just do what I say. Go apply for law. I said, all right. I applied for law. I left it alone. When I received the information that I was accepted to medical school and law school, I remember my sisters were elated. They were so happy. And then my professor from Nigeria, Dr. Asimoto, called me and said, you did not apply for the master's program? I applied for you. That means I got into med school, law school, and the master's program. Wow. And everybody was happy except me. Because I was so confused. I was in Orlando, in my sister's house. She's a dental surgeon there. And I remember I was scratching my head saying, I had hair, yeah. Pulling out my hair saying, what to do? I mean, I acknowledged the blessing, but then I had all these plans. I couldn't be a legal orthopedic surgeon. That's madness. 5 years for each. Well, no, madness, that one. So, you know, I prayed about it, and again, I was led to say, listen, do 1 year of law. After 1 year, you will know what you're to do. All right, so I said, all right, no problem. Noted, I did not tell the med school that I wasn't coming, just in case. So I went to law school, and within 1 month, I became the president of the Law Society. Wow. I must tell you, for me, advocacy and representing colleagues and friends was something that I had a lot of experience in, because in high school, my friends were always getting demerits. And so I was the one they would call to speak to the Dean of Discipline to rationalize why it was that Stephen and Christopher had to miss school today. But I realized it was a passion of mine. And so despite my plans, I went into law school, and then the rest is history. It led me to where I am now. The point is, preparation does not always happen the way you seek for it to happen. When you're preparing for a football match or for a race, you don't know what's going to happen. You might trip, you might stumble, but if you had done the right exercises, prepared yourself physically and mentally, had the determination, it doesn't matter what comes before you. It doesn't matter if you end up in law when you wanted to be in medicine and then had, it doesn't matter, because preparation is more than your plans. So be prepared for your plans to change. Be prepared to adjust your posture. You may decide that, listen, you know, I want my business to grow by this much this year. You may have to prepare yourself for it growing 10 times more. And trust me, that's not always a good thing if you're not ready. So my first message to you is prepare yourself. And don't be too latched on to your own plans. That's right. At least one person is with me. Who's that? My brother. Oh. Now, I want to say one more thing, which was very important to me and has been important to me along my journey. So you know now that I'm fundamentally a scientist who happened to do law and then happened to stumble into politics. So as a scientist, we assess things empirically. And I've always wondered why it is that the world defines success and failure in particular ways. I have seen so many persons, so many entrepreneurs, so many with potential, define their delay as failure. Amen. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. And I've seen so many unwittingly and unfortunately define them being lifting to a space as the final success. You have to be very, very, very careful how you define failure and success. It doesn't matter what people tell you. If you don't understand that if something doesn't work out, go home and clap your hand, it means that you have eliminated it. And God has focused you. Amen. You have eliminated that issue. And you have been focused on what you're to target your energy towards. For me, that has been guiding principles. And so when others look on situations and say to me, "Oh, you're rich," I say, "Rich where? What is success?" to be a minister, to be honorable, whatever. Tomorrow that can go on. If the Prime Minister called me and say, hey, listen, don't come back to cabinet. Tomorrow, I'm Pearnel Charles. But guess what? I don't define my success by a title. So success for me is defined by my capacity to encourage and impact, and what I do on a daily basis, whether my name has HON before it or not. Failure is even more important for me to define, because so many have told me in situations like when I was locked up in Barbados as a student. For student protest, man, it's not interesting. But at that point in time, many might have said, boy, that's a notch of failure. But when I was applying for my master's degree, my first paragraph was about my situation when I was arrested. Because I don't see it as a failure. I see it as an experience of learning that caused me to become more determined, resilient, and focused. So all I'm saying to you as a second nugget, remember the first. Don't be too latched to your plans. Prepare yourself for whatever, whether it is more or less, and stay focused. Secondly, be careful how you define success, and even more careful how you define failure. The third thing, the final thing, you know, this journey that you are going to go on, our youth, our young leaders, is somewhat like a ladder. And it will have different steps that you can grab, that you can step on, but it will not be even. Some will cause you to have to stretch. Some will be right there for you to grab. You'll have to decide whether you want to step over some to grab the next. But you will climb. Once you're prepared, once you're focused, you will climb. Now the question that you have to answer is, while you climb and when you climb, who will you pull up with you? I'm going to tell you this. I can't sit here or stand here to tell you that you must pull anybody up with you. That's your decision. But I'm going to tell you this. When you are climbing, and the further you climb to the top, you may slip. If you have pulled others, if you have pulled others up with you, and you slip. But if you're so big and bad and bold and you don't need nobody, when you slip, and all when them there pulling themselves up behind you and can't catch you, they go, oh. So my third and final message to you, it's not an instruction, it's a recommendation. And I carefully say that to you because it's not everybody you must pull up with you. Some of them will want to drag you down. But do all that you can to as many as you can for as long as you can. Do that good. There's a lady named Nijaah Charles who died at the age of 100. She died on my birthday, September 25th, 2010, while I was living in DC. And I remember the day she died. It's my grandmother, who I grew up with. I remember the day she died. When I got the news, I went into the bathroom and I chuckled. And I said to myself, why would you choose my birthday to dead? I mean, you have 365 days. Why my birthday? But I'm going to tell you this. This is like an extra nugget of the 3. I will never forget her. And every birthday I'm reminded of the things that she has taught me. And every single birthday, when I wake up, I reflect on this prayerful grandmother who was the first person to catch me sneaking a woman in the house. Yeah, she did. And she never tell nobody either. No, she never. What a big man them time. But we had such a great relationship. And I used to take pride in cutting her toenails, lotioning her. It was crusty feet, but you know, it's my grandma's feet. I love her. But I say this to say, beware of who gives you advice. Not everyone has the same intention for you. But when you have a grandmother or somebody of that character, nurture, nourish, digest what they say, and not just for a moment. Let it lead and guide you for a lifetime. That's it for me, folks. I just want to